I know you must have noticed the name change on this channel. My name is Candy Ajijile, that's my actual name. And I changed my Instagram handle, and I also wanted to change my YouTube handle for a while now. I just had the courage to do it today. So I just hope that you do not get lost. It's still Candy's Makeovers channel. Please do not get lost. If possible, get more people to subscribe to this channel. And yes, keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candy Ajijile, and I am a creative and bridal makeup artist based in Jos, Nigeria. So today's video is me teaching you how to do a beginner floating cut crease. It's also called a winged cut crease, just something like this. I ran an Instagram poll, and this is the look that everybody chose. Not everybody, but the majority chose this look. Also, they chose neutrals. If not, normally I like my colors, but they chose neutrals, so I had to go with the neutral colors. In this video, I will be covering everything from eyeshadow bases to the kind of brushes you need, to the eyeshadow palette I'll be using, to my technique, the most simplest technique ever, and basically a little more tips in between. If this is something you're interested in watching, kindly subscribe below and like this video at the end, and then keep on watching. So everything needs a base, so that's what I'm going to be starting with. You need an eyeshadow base. There are different kinds of bases, but you need something that is not too drying and not too tacky, that will not let your eyeshadow sit on properly. My favorite base to use is the P. Louise eyeshadow base. This is how it looks. The one I own is the shade 2. And then I also like to use LA Girl concealer. If you have the original one, I'm stressing it, the original one, this is also a good base. If you have the fake one, nothing is going to sit well, so please get good LA Girl concealer or get the P. Louise base. Other brands might have concealer. So long as the concealer is not quick drying and so long as it is oil free, then you are good to go. I also like to use this acid rain paints from P. Louise and Mitchell. This is a makeup paint. It's a cosmetic paint. It's also a base. Some people use it as base, or I like to use it to cut crease because it's the perfect tool to cut crease. Now, I'm not trying to pressure you. You do not need everything here to do your makeup. You could literally just use this one base for everything. You can use it as your eyeshadow base, you can use it to cut crease, you can use it to carve out your eyebrows, you can use it for everything. I am just showing you options. For this video, I shall be using the P. Louise base. Next, I'll be covering brushes. So these are my favorite brushes to do my cut crease with. If it's not obvious, all these brushes are from different sets. You can see it from the handles. Now, I like to use this to carve out my brows and to apply my base and to cut my crease. It's a flat, razor flat round brush. You need this in your life. You need at least 3 or 4 of it safe, but you know, for a start, get one. Then I like to use this to buff out my concealer and to blend out my base. This brush is really essential. So if you're getting a brush set, try to look for something like this. Next, these are the actual eyeshadow brushes, right? I do not like to use a lot. I just like to use as minimal products as possible. So basically, my cut crease style is very different. It varies from look to look, but let's not confuse ourselves. For this look, I'll be starting from the darkest shade to the lightest shade, and I'll be building my ingredients from there. So basically, this brush is like a precise eyeshadow brush. I usually use it for my crease. Anything precise, this is what I use it for. It's not a blending brush, basically. It's just a brush. And then this is my pencil blending brush. I like to use it for precise blending, crease work as well. Now this is a flatter blending brush. It's flat, but it is still a blending brush because you can see how the bristles are. It's perfect for packing on matte shades and also blending. And then this is my favorite blending brush. It's fluffy, it's good for like the crease area, it's good for like blending out colors to like nothingness. You can just blend and it would do a perfect job. Everybody needs at least one of these brushes. And then this brush is basically a flat brush that I will use to apply shades onto my eyelid or on my brow bone. You will just see how I use them. I'm just introducing the brushes to you. For eyeshadow, I'll be using my favorite eyeshadow palette in the whole world. It's the Zickel and Lydia Stanley eyeshadow palette, and basically I'll be using mostly neutrals from this palette. Okay, so I will be using, I want to do like a talk through video, but I still want to do a voiceover. I want to do a talk through video, but there's like so much noise in the background, so you guys will have to make do with a voiceover video. I'll be using this color for my crease, and then I'll follow up with this shade, and then this shade, and then this shade, and these two shades. I usually prime my eyelids using P. Louise base in the shade 02, and I take a little bit. Since this is a cut crease, I would apply it just beneath my brow bone and not on the eyelid because we don't want to waste product. So I pat it down using the flat brush and then the dense blending brush. This is what I use it to do basically. You want to make sure that your base is even before you go in with your first shade, which is the darkest one. Like I said, I'll be doing a gradient. So I use the darkest shade and my smallest brush to map out the shape of the cut crease I want. This will give me an idea of what I'm working with as I go forward. So I make sure to build on the color as I go. If the brown is not as dark as I want, I can add black. Next, I go on top of the dark brown I applied with a medium brown, which is the second shade I showed. And after I do that, I'm just going to use this same brush to like smudge it out a little bit. Then I'll take my pencil blending brush and start going on swiping motions using a lighter brown as well before I change to the dense blending brush. And then I went in with an orangey brown to kind of give it a nice gradient before I change to my biggest brush. Notice that the higher I go, the bigger my brush gets. This is because you need your blend as you go up to not be as precise. Also remember to have a tissue paper handy to be cleaning your brushes, and I always go back to intensify if I lose color. I will be using the acid rain paint, and I like to wipe my eyelid first or wherever I'm applying it because the website says it works better on skin. So I'll be using this brush to apply some of it on my eyelid and look up. I just like to show people that if you can't cut it on your own, you know, your own eyes will do the work for you, but I like to cut way higher. So I just trace out the shape I want, and I'm not going to cut it too high because we don't want to confuse each other here. And then I'm not going to like curve my hand upwards too much. You want it to be wing like. So after that, I just drag down the base and pat it down. You want to make sure to do this evenly. If not, your eyeshadow will be patchy underneath. Now, my favorite brush to pack on matte colors is this fluffy brush because it does it better. It will not leave any patches for you. But for the precise corners, I like to use this flat synthetic brush. Now, under eyes, you're just going to apply some base, follow up with brown eyeshadow, and then a black liner just to tight line the waterline. Then I'm going to take this Ferrarucci liquid liner. It has a really nice pointy tip, and I'm going to make a little bit of a pointy liner. And let's take a food break. Back to business. So I'm taking some eyelash glue and making sure to apply on special places on my lash line because I want my lashes to stick on perfectly. I like to use this Zara mascara because it has like the part for the top lash line and the lower lash line. It does the job perfectly, if you ask me. So let's just pop on these lashes and fix both corners, and then look at that. Just look at, I don't have lashes, but perfect. Let's do the lips. I'm going to be using this Beauty Line by DD pencil. It's very creamy. It's actually meant for the brows, but you know, it doubles up, and I like a multi-purpose product. So I'm just going to blend it out and then apply some nude lipstick to the center. And I'm going to go back in with the brush to blend it out. If I were going to wear this matte, I would set it with some eyeshadow. The same color, obviously. But we are wearing it glossy. So I'm adding gloss and voila, we're done. That concludes this eyeshadow tutorial. I really hope it was simple enough for you guys to follow. If you have any more questions, I'd like you to write them down in the comment section below. If you have any more tips to share with the rest of the fam, remember to drop them in the comment section below too. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, which is the same name as my YouTube name. It's the same at Candy Ajijileg. And thank you so much for staying through this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.